Good morning. Today I decided to change the scenario of my empty talk a little bit. I'm still doing this in the emptiness, but the emptiness, this right here, is the emptiness of our community, which is generally very full. But now, as you can see, there's not much going on. So I'm still maintaining the social distancing norms. I'm still keeping safe, following all the compliance requirements of lockdown, but the air is a little fresher, there's more open space, so I decided to do it here. So today I wanted to share my contemplative insights on the tendencies that are formed in the past and how our responses to those affect our life, and is there a way to change those tendencies and replace them with better ones. So I'm just going to take an example that most people can relate to, but put that in the context of what you do, and it will still be as relevant as applicable. So let's assume that you have been working for a corporation for a very long time. You're a senior there, and you've helped the company grow from a small one to a really large corporation, and over a period of time, as you progressed in your career, a number of employees that came along increased, and newer generation of folks started to come in. And what used to happen then is the company HR introduces new trainings that's mandated for all the employees, because they see that these trainings are required to maintain the company's culture, company's competencies, and everything that they need to do to survive and thrive. But you resist them. You think in your mind, because of the tendency that you're really good, you've been successful at what you've done in the past, you know everything, you've helped the company grow from a very small one to a large corporation, and you really don't need this training. This is probably good for the young generation, the millennials. So with that tendency of feeling that you're always better than others, or you're good enough, you don't need training, this training is for the young kids, you don't pay much attention to what's going on, you don't adapt to the new technology, new changes, and you start to see that these young kids, they are far more brighter, more responsive, more innovative in providing solutions, and they get most of these opportunities. They get involved in the serious management decisions and discussions, and you're slowly starting to get left out from those conversations, because people are seeing your attitude, that you think you're better than others and you're not adapting to the change, and you're seeing that you're also starting to lose respect of your colleagues and management, because you're still operating out of the old habits, the old accolades, which at one point was probably very useful, but the tendency that it formed, that I'm good, I really don't need anybody to be successful, I am better than others, that tendency has actually prevented you from being open and flexible to new learnings, and that tendency then creates all these blockages. Instead, when that first thought arises that what, I know everything, I don't need to go through the training, replace that with the tendency of, wow, there's a new opportunity to learn a new technology and learn the attitudes of the young generation, learn the way they look at the world, and be more adaptive, be more friendly. Maybe they could reach out to me for my guidance and experience. So that openness basically comes from when you're not fixated in your past tendencies. Now the result of that obviously would be, you would learn a new technology, you would earn more respect, the management rewards you for being so humble and open and flexible to train the young generation. So the same incident can bring a radically different result based on the responses to the situations you give, and the responses to that situation comes from the tendencies that you have harbored inside. So you can replace the old tendency of know-it-all attitude with being open to new learning, and that is how you can change things. So hopefully this gives you a perspective on how the old tendencies are hurting us, and then how we can replace those tendencies with the new ones that is win-win for all and has the maximum benefit for you, your loved ones, everyone around you, and the community in general. So this is how the whole community can evolve if we operate not from past tendencies that hold us back, but from new tendencies, new awareness, new understanding that brings good to all. So signing off for today. Talk to you again in another Empty Talk tomorrow. Take care. Love and peace.